everyone. It's been a minute since I made a video, like an actual video like this. I've been doing a lot of shorts. I've been trying to talk to myself. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you see in the common thread in my page where I've always struggled with depression. And, I'm a Christian and I believe, but I'm still struggling with this. And so, I don't know, I just feel like for years, my husband has been encouraging me to share the journey or to share like what it really looks like, because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I feel so alone and so stupid, because it's like, you're a Christian. Why would you struggle with that? You should know better, right? I've been working on inner healing for such a long time. And then it just makes me feel like, girl, has anything changed? And it has. I think it's just one of the tricks and the lies the enemy tries to use to get me to focus on the things that haven't changed, right? But just lately, and I swear I don't want to do these videos. I don't. But I feel like God has been really like pushing me to just share, to be vulnerable, because I don't think I'm the only one. And obviously there's not a lot of people that I see that struggle, or when you see that they've overcome it, I don't know. But anyways, I'm like, I just want to find someone who has overcome this, who has, a Christian that really like I don't know, because I feel like I'm trying to do the things that I learned, meditate on his word and think about the things that I'm thinking about, like what's triggering me. But some things I don't know. Like, it's weird. It's weird. And then I feel like I'm going crazy, because I'll be good, and then again I'm like, bro. And the thought is, the lie or whatever, is like, I don't want to be here. I don't. And I'm not gonna do anything to myself, so don't don't go there. But that's the thought. Like, I just don't want to be here. I just want to shut it all down and give up. But I'm not. That's one thing about me. I won't. But it's just getting really hard. It's getting very hard and very scary. But I've been like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I just want to sleep. And I won't do it. I push myself to leave the house. I push myself to read the word and to worship and praise. Like, I'm really trying. Like, I'm really like fighting for my life. So that's what I'm going through right now. I don't know if you're someone who has struggled with depression. If you have any suggestions or like any words of encouragement, like, this is not gonna always be the case, because I don't want to think like this is the thorn that I'm gonna have to deal with for the rest of my life. I don't. And I know that if I give up, then my children would have to deal with it, and I refuse. But it's tough in these streets. And I have so many people, like, I opened up in my women's group, and they pray for me. They're sending me encouraging messages and prayers, and I am so grateful, and I feel it. But it's just weird. It's like this it's like this tug. And I'm like, God, what am I missing? I meditate. I've been journaling. trying to memorize verses, you know, so it's very strange. Definitely gonna look for a therapist, but I don't know. I don't know if you're someone that's dealing with something similar and you feel alone. You're not. You're not alone. I'm right here. And you know, I show up and I do things and everybody's like, you struggle with that? I'm like, if you only knew. But it's weird because it's like I really believe God. I believe in God. And I know there's some things that I do that I doubt or I question. And I've been praying for him to help me with that. But it's just annoying because I don't know anybody personally that has struggled like this. That's a Christian, I guess. And I don't have anything against therapy. I want to do therapy. I don't want to do medication. But it's so crazy because literally I could be so good 1 minute and the next is like done. Shut it down. This life is pointless. And it gets so dark and I feel bad, you know, for the people around me because it's not fair to them. And then I'm just like, man, you guys, you know, the people closest to me is like, you guys just have to deal with it when you're around me. Like, I have to deal with this all the time. So, keep me in prayer. I'm gonna keep, and like these notes to self that I'm literally writing every time that I think about something or I'm trying to like change the thought in my head. That's where those come from. Like, I'm literally talking to myself. And God just put it like in my heart to share it. And I always want to encourage you guys, but I don't know. I don't know how to at this point. I'm trying to encourage myself. But like I said, one thing about me is that I'm not going to give up and I'm going to continue to praise, continue to worship, continue to declare truth over my life, continue to show up, continue to speak up, you know, and ask for help because at this point, I really don't know. I don't know. But if you're in this place, you know, I do encourage you to keep on showing up, you know, and it's not gonna always look the same. Sometimes I read, sometimes I worship, sometimes I do all the things, sometimes I do none of the things, sometimes I just really go to sleep and let it be. I have been watching The Chosen because I don't want to watch TV and like kind of escape. That's another thing too. Like, I'm not using any substances, but which I usually would because I'm trying to run from whatever I'm feeling or thinking or whatever. But so I feel like that plays a part. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I've been watching The Chosen, and you know, sometimes because I don't want to read, I don't want to do anything else, so I'll just put it on and watch it. And it has really helped me. And I know like not all of it is like exactly what is in the Bible. They add, of course, but it just makes me look at Jesus more real. Like, wow, you actually were a man. Like, you actually encountered people. Like, you actually had these 12 disciples that were all a hot mess. And he was so kind and so understanding and so patient. And so it's helped me to see like before how I used to be like, yo, he's over me. He's so over me. Like, really, this girl can't get it together. And now it just makes me feel like, no, he's with me and he's being patient and he's like, I'm here, you know? And somebody has sent me something saying how, you know, Jesus is interceding on our behalf. So he's praying, like telling me, you got this, you can do this. So that's why I've been, you know, really talking to myself and just trying to be nicer to myself. But when you're so used to crapping on yourself, in every way that you could think of, oof, it's hard. It's hard. But nonetheless, we're gonna keep on trying. And I don't mean trying like in, I just mean in trying and like surrendering and trusting that God is, this is temporary. Like, God, you're doing something despite what I feel, despite what I see. You're doing something, you know? I just have to show up for him and really like do my part, right? The reflection, and it's frustrating. It's so frustrating and it's so draining. But God has freed me of other things, right? So I just hang on to those things too, the miracles that I've encountered through my life. And that gives me a little bit more faith. Like, remember, he worked this out. He worked that out. He's gonna, this is just like, it just seems so deep. But, breakthrough is coming. And that's what I'm gonna keep telling myself. But yeah, that's another thing. Just praise your way through it. Praise your way through it. And get your verses. And just keep on. I mean, we're gonna feel how we feel. Process it and then keep on moving. I think it's when we give up and we don't do anything and just roll over and just give into that thought and that feeling is where it's like, okay, you're gonna spiral. So that's why I've been getting up, doing what I have to do, instead of giving into the flesh and laying in my bed and not doing anything. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update. And I'm sorry if it's like gloomy, but it's so real. It's something that I'm struggling with. But pray for me, and I'll pray for you. We got this.